Role-playing games have always been about character progression and deep immersion in the worlds carefully crafted by the developers. In the days of old, the classes that players decided to choose in an RPG carried much more weight throughout the game, but nowadays, it is much easier to create a jack-of-all-trades type of character. What's up everyone, Ryan here and welcome to Game Rant. In today's video, we'll be taking a deeper look at the best RPGs where class actually matters, starting with Divinity Original Sin. Years before Larian Studios blew everyone's mind with Baldurs Gate 3, they were hard at work making some fantastic RPGs, and Divinity Original Sin is among them. The world of Divinity Original Sin is highly interactive and immersive. The addition of seamless co-op also goes a long way in adding depth to this engaging title. Where Divinity Original Sin truly shines is in the importance of the player's selected class and the role it will play throughout the development of the story. Similar to Baldurs Gate 3, players must be smart about the points they invest to ensure that their character isn't limited by trying to multi-class too much. If you're blown away by Baldurs Gate 3, we think you will love Divinity Original Sin. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is certainly one of the odder games on this list, and while it may lack some polish in certain areas, it is anything but boring. One of the best parts of Stranger of Paradise is unlocking numerous jobs that will allow players to change Jack's moveset and the equipment he can wear in battle. Switching around jobs does a great job of keeping combat fresh and tactical, forcing players to adapt to whatever situations you come into contact with.
The anomaly unleashed within us, burning with power. Impossible power.
Outriders. Outriders is a class-based looter-shooter that also comes with many RPG-like elements. With 4 playable classes to choose from, each one of them comes with its own benefits and drawbacks. Every class drastically alters the gameplay, forcing the players to relearn the combat mechanics every time that they create a new character. The addition of co-op also changes the game dramatically and truly showcases how brilliantly unique the classes are from one another. Whether you want to find some synchronization with your teammates or complement each other's strengths and weaknesses, each class is definitely worth trying out and seeing which archetype suits your playstyle the best. Baldurs Gate 3. Expectations were pretty high for Baldurs Gate 3 after coming off of the first 2 games in the franchise, and Larian did not disappoint. Building on their success with the Divinity Original Sin series, Larian has upheld their reputation for excellence with Baldurs Gate 3. Baldurs Gate 3 features a variety of classes, and whichever you choose will not only affect your character's playstyle, but also affect many different areas of the game, such as unique dialogue options and even new quests. With so much variety in the paths you can take in Baldurs Gate 3, the classes are just one of the many things that make this game such a unique title.
The Tarnished will soon return.
Elden Ring. As opposed to many of the other games on this list, the class players choose in Elden Ring doesn't necessarily affect the game's storyline or choices, but instead makes each playthrough feel radically different depending on which path one chooses to pursue at the start of their adventure. Elden Ring also doesn't lock gamers into a specific class, and instead allows them to mold their unique adventure by carefully distributing the limited skill points to the main 8 stats. For instance, a strong focus on magic can result in some pretty overpowered builds, but on the other hand, a character built solely around dexterity and strength will demand a lot more manual skill from gamers, as it is well suited for those wanting the biggest challenge that this From Software gem can provide. The Elder Scrolls 3: Morrowind. To many fans, Morrowind is the true masterpiece in the Elder Scrolls franchise. This may be because of the excellent writing, but Morrowind also had an incredibly complex and open-ended class system that made it pretty fantastic as well. In Morrowind, the player's class choice held so much consequence that depending on what the player chose, it could actually lock them out of certain quests and plotlines. However, this also enabled fans to mold the gameplay in any way that they wanted and made Morrowind one of the rare games where the possibilities were truly endless. Thank you so much for watching Game Rant, and don't forget to check out the rest of this list as well as some of our other lists, guides, reviews, and more. Game on, and we'll see you next time.